Welcome back to On Our Sports. I'm your host, Larry Robinson, with my trusted co-host. What's your name?
Make me sound like Tonto or something.
Well, you damn you
What that?
somebody. You
No,
might be the
nah,
horse.
nah,
You
nah,
might be the horse,
nah,
man.
man. I'm Howard Robertson, and I normally bring us back
Okay,
in.
well, you want to bring us in
No,
now?
no, no. You just tried to do it. So go ahead. Go on and finish.
Well, listen, this is Street Talk. We got people from all over the country that came to spend some time with On Our Sports, and they're gonna share their feelings on sports as we present it. So today, out of Dallas, Texas, we have Larry Lundy. Out of Detroit, Michigan, we have my brother Q Lewis. Out of Memphis, Tennessee, we got the great Sam Upshaw. And way outside of everything in Kansas City, we got the brother Roger Suggs. What's up, folks?
Outside of everything.
with
Outside of everything.
the boiled ribs.
Good barbecue,
Yeah,
because he don't know
when they
nothing
boil
about no good
ribs.
Yeah, they
barbecue.
boiling ribs out there, dog shit.
I'm gonna get you there.
Where they boil the ribs. They boil the ribs in Kansas City. Oh,
Yeah.
I sure hate that.
Hey, they boil the ribs in McDonald's Sprite.
Oh,
I want Kansas City. I want y'all to hear this, Kansas City, because you know
Well, listen,
they
listen,
microwave
listen,
down
hold
on
on.
the ribs.
wow.
Listen, before let's get into it, guys. Listen, Roger, you brought up a heck of a topic in regards to the fact that we had a Super Bowl show, and the Super Bowl halftime became a topic of a lot of conversation. And there's been a lot of conversation about the fact that Jay-Z threatened to quit if they weren't absolutely able to be their natural selves. Snoop wearing his Crip colors, 50 Cent acting like he's in prison, so on and so forth.
Hanging upside down.
Eminem taking a kneel like Colin Kaepernick. What's your take on it, Roger? Start us off.
I think it's a symbolism again. I think they figured us out. You can give us symbolism, and we were back down. We were back down because if Jay Z's more willing to fight for them to have their pure, authentic LA ways, why don't you be able to fight to make sure that Kaepernick get back on the team? They can get a 50-year-old teaching, and he'll come play backup quarterback, but they would not look at Kaepernick. And to me, I think the NFL said this. It said, we give you everything you want, but we will not let Kaepernick get back on. They didn't. So if you understand, they played 3-card Monty on us. We're thinking, because we all celebrate, man, just playing all the classic and all that type of stuff. Since, Memphis love pigs, think about this for a second. The pig eating all this slop. It feels so good, he don't realize he heading to the slaughterhouse. So my thing is symbolism once again. Jay-Z get the bag, not knocking that. It looked good. The nostalgic thing of them being on stage looked good. But what's so sad is Kaepernick never played again.
But
So
do you
at the end
think
of the
that
day-
was anybody's expectation?
So again,
Well, do you think that was anybody's expectation?
of what?
That he would get to come back again, that after that kind of Super Bowl show, suddenly somebody would have a change of heart and let him back in the league. I don't think
so.
anybody expected that.
But my whole point of the matter is
We get hung
dancing
up on
and
the
it never
picture.
happened.
We
We're
get
dancing,
hung
bro.
up on the symbolism.
The symbolism. But I got one more thing to bring home.
You
to
might as
Robert.
well, because the other part wasn't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen.
Right.
But
Exactly.
we're
All right, listen,
celebrating-
hold on. Let me let these other brothers get some words
Let me
in.
say one more. I got one more.
Larry Lundy. Come on, Larry. What you got?
Well, I'm really, it's really past. It's March now, man. So I'm really, what's today? Because I think Kaepernick, everything, so says right, but he took the money, he negotiated a deal, and he's bigger now than he would ever be playing. So he's never going to risk that anyway.
Right.
So he's going to, continue to be bigger off the field and chime in when he has to. And he took the money, he settled. So that's that. And if you remember, Jay-Z was one of the major complainer about the NFL. And he flipped that into getting on his side, getting a contract to manage the halftime show.
Right.
Right.
So I'm not blaming any of those brothers. They made it happen, and both are coming out, on top of that one, even though he didn't get a chance to play again.
Sam, your thoughts?
I don't think Kaepernick really wanted to play anymore after that. I mean, who wants to go back and work for an organization that shows them the highest level of disrespect? You know what I mean? I'm not saying he didn't have the fire or desire to play football, but I mean, it's a bad, it's like a bad breakup at that point, and I have to agree with Larry that he really came out better in the situation because he doesn't have to walk around at 40 years old all broken up and stuff like a lot of guys do, and he got the bag, and his jersey sells out as soon as it comes out. So, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I
Yep.
think and,
Yeah,
and
he's a
I'm and
martyr.
I'm not yeah, and I'm not disagreeing with Roger about the symbolism that we get satisfied and we get kind of pacified with that. But I think in Cap situation is bigger than Cap. You know what I mean? It became about the black coaches, the black trainers, the black referees and other black quarterbacks that's coming behind Cap that it really takes a different meaning to. So yeah, I
Great,
think Cap's all right.
great transition. Great transition. So, given that it's bigger than Cap, talk about Brian Flores.
Yes, the
He
whole
did
Q.
get a job.
Yeah.
Talk
Q,
about
what's
that.
your thoughts
Yeah.
on it? Q, give us your thoughts.
Man, I had to turn my mic down real quick because my heat came on because it's still cold out here. But with
You
the
and the D, brother.
for me though, like it's a consolation prize, bro. And I was like, I know that he wanted to stay in the NFL. Like him getting like I think he like I can't remember, he a position coach, and then Lovey Smith getting the
Yeah.
head coaching job over for the Texans. I think all of those are consolation prizes. Like it's cool, but I'm not sure if that would have happened if they hadn't made such an uproar. I really don't know what to say about the situation itself because the reality of it is that I think the coaching or the hiring process is not gonna change. I think what they did was just kind of like the halftime show. They did enough just to satisfy us, so we can try to move to the next subject. I don't know if
So,
it's really gonna be effective though.
So Larry and I talked about this. What you have is a dynamic of trying to tell billionaires with a B, trying to tell billionaires how to run their
On the
business.
business.
And they do not take to that well. They don't give a damn about right or fair or any of that. They are put their pushback is against somebody trying to tell them what to do when their names are on the bottom of these multi gazillion dollar checks that these athletes are making. What do you guys say? I mean, what can we do? What should we do about that kind of situation?
Well, the whole point of what I was talking about with the symbolism was to lead up to Flores, what Sam got in, was the fact that no Kaepernick ain't gonna play. What I mean by Kaepernick is the fact that we're dancing on stage, and like you say, Kaepernick didn't play, and then that leads me to Brian Flores. There's racism right in front of our faces, but if you're an outsider looking in, everything is cool in the black community. We're dancing, doing Snoop Dogg on the stage. It's the NFL is doing great, and right under our nose it's a coach just telling you that he's been discriminated against. It takes another black coach to get him on with Pittsburgh. So all I'm saying is, billionaires, you're right. They don't like to be told what to do until you hit their pockets. And what we have lost, and I think we'll never get now, is that power that the '60s and
It's a good point.
was able to do. Was able to do to say, you know what made the bus and boycott stand up was they literally for months go
Absolutely.
to the gas station.
Absolutely.
You
And
hit
you
them in
know
their
why it
pocket.
won't happen? You know why it won't happen anymore? Because we will not sacrifice.
Oh yeah, do the right thing movie. I ain't gonna boycott that pizza place. Those pizzas be good.
They
Well,
would boycott
listen.
Sal.
We're gonna close out this segment with that, and we're gonna be right back with more street talk on R&R on Sports right after this.
Welcome back to R&R on Sports. Knew he was going to do that. Street Talk, popular segment that we used to do but don't do anywhere near enough anymore. These are brothers around the country,
Around the country,
and they talking,
they talk.
and they on the street.
They on the street. And some of them actually literally on the street in their car. So we got Sam Upshaw out of Memphis, Tennessee. We got Larry Lundy out of Dallas, Texas. We have Roger Suggs out of Kansas City. And we have Quincy Q. Lewis out of the Detroit.
East side.
Michigan.
That just had to turn his mic up because the heat came on because it's still cold where he is.
It's so cold in the deep.
Hey, look, that,
Little
that,
background.
that
Little
heat
background
came on
for
so
y'all.
loud. I'm like, damn, let me turn that down.
Okay, guys, we're about to go into the playoffs. We're about to go into the NBA playoffs. And man, there's been so much going on East Side, West Side. I mean, both conferences have really had major upheaval.
Kyrie just went for 50, went
Went-
off for 50 post-COVID.
But we may not see him for the
Hey,
next
so
3
you know
weeks.
that's what I wanted to ask about was Kyrie.
So
for
so
sure.
go ahead, Q.
Talk
Start
about
us
it.
off. What is on your mind as it relates to the NBA today?
First, I want to stay right there real quick about Kyrie. So I know that some stipulations are changing in New York, but he's still not going to be able to actually play at home. I just want to ask y'all about that. How do y'all feel about that? Is that cool or?
Bullcrap.
I mean, now we asked the questions, man. You
I-
don't ask
I
the
know,
damn
but I
questions.
know.
Listen,
That
you
was
waking
on my
waking
heart.
back.
Asking the other brothers on the
I'm just
call.
That
he
was
ain't got
on
no
my
right to
heart.
be asking no other brother.
Lord
This
have
is the
mercy.
R&R. This ain't quitting smoking
My
bake.
world.
Wake and bake. The smoke, bourbon, and what all the
All
stuff
kind of
all
shit.
on Q Block Radio. But
All
listen,
kind of stuff.
Listen, so I think he's really just destroyed any type of camaraderie, commitment, anything for the Brooklyn Nets this season. I think they brought in a bad actor in Ben Simmons. And I think you pulled two you put
Did you
two
hear the
you
size?
put two head cases together, and then you
Wow.
got
Ben
Kevin
Simmons.
Durant being the prima donna of all prima donnas. I mean, you got three badass ball players, but in
Facts.
my opinion, they will never go anywhere just because of
They can't get to playing ball.
what's going on between their
Right.
ears. That's my thoughts.
Man.
Sam, you got some thoughts on that?
Wow, man,
Right.
that-
That's a lot.
you wasn't even talk. Hey, you wasn't even talk about me, and it hurt. I was like,
He's the most fun watching this player of any player. I mean, what he's able to do is just absolutely amazing.
I don't know, Larry. I gotta disagree with that. I think Ben Simmons probably got the most potential. I'm not gonna say he potentially could be great.
No. I think he's great, man. I mean, you look at what he's done the last 3 years. He's been all NBA. He's done some really great stuff. All D, first team, all D. I mean, you're talking about a person that's still very early in their career.
I get that.
So to me, for what he's been able to accomplish, if Ben Simmons had a jump shot, we'd be talking about him being one of the greatest players eventually in the history of the game, in my opinion.
If and eventually.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that at all.
Go ahead, Sam.
I just find it difficult in any situation that an NBA player has been in the league that long and can't hit a jump shot.
There
I
you
mean,
go.
you're talking about the best players in the league.
There you go.
You're talking about the highest level of competition, and you can't hit a jump shot.
Yeah, well, we
There's
got
something
Russell
wrong. There's
Westbrook
something-
who can't hit the side of a
I-
barn
I-
right
hey,
about right
and I
now.
told and that's exactly where I was finna go. Dude has been in the league way too long to be playing like this. It's just unacceptable. I'm
time.
sorry. It's unacceptable, man.
Every time
Like-
I think about Ben Simmons, I want to go into a Richard Pryor routine.
And what's that?
Boy, we're brilliant. Booked the number needed, pencil nor paper. Now I don't know who he is.
Wow.
Larry London, what give us your professorial perspective.
Surreal.
I'm gonna give you two things. It kind of shows the state that we're in society and the whole that the NBA would even allow the Kyrie rules because they need star power. The Lakers are tanking. You're not gonna have LeBron, and this could be one of the most exciting competitive NBA seasons over. You got Miami, the Bucks, and Philly, and Brooklyn in the East, Chicago, and in the West. You got Phoenix and Golden State, and even Dallas and Utah putting up a fight.
Dallas,
And Denver.
I mean,
And you're gonna have all this competition, but they're still lacking. Star power.
Memphis. Sorry, I got to interject.
Jay Morant.
interject.
Interjection.
Number two team in the league.
Grizzlies, number two,
Come on.
baby.
Hey, Jay Morant's the most exciting player in the league. You keep him healthy. Hope you don't beat D Rose. Keep him healthy. But what I'm saying is, the NBA is even saying like, hey, we still need this star power, and so the Lakers may not even be in the playoffs. So I think you sit back and watch some competitive basketball and see what happens.
Thanks.
Roger.
I think that
Now this is how you'd act in the wait a minute, hold on. This is how you'd act in the barbershop. You
Yeah,
be
yeah,
pausing and
hey,
carrying
hey.
on. You
You
know
gotta know
about
when to
20
fold 'em.
brothers done said something by the
Yeah.
time you said your point in the barber shop. So,
Yeah.
bro, you got to come in quickly.
Okay,
So
let me
let's do
come
this
in. Let me
again.
come
Let's
in
do
then.
this again.
You know, I was
Roger.
I'm trying to be Otis Williams, but you want me to be David Ruffin? I will.
Ain't nobody
David
come to see you,
Ruffin.
Otis.
Be
There
David
you go.
Ruffin, man.
Be David
No,
Ruffin.
Ain't
I'm
nobody
saying
come to
is,
see you, Otis.
I think I know this right. Kyrie to me should never have been banned from basketball. First of all, as we see as time don't pass by, wear one, don't wear it, take it, don't, whatever. Because if you saying that you're gonna stop him from doing that, it makes no sense if the opposing team can come there and play in your facilities.
Right.
It's the dumbest rule ever just to try to prove a point. And I still think you don't want to face that team in the playoffs. You do not want to face that team in the playoffs. You know, so just like nobody wants to face Memphis. You couldn't put them in the bucket and pour them on Memphis. You don't want to face all that talent. I just think that Kyrie, and I think you're wrong about Ben. I think that Ben will have his redemption with the Nets because he's not gonna be able to be worried about shooting and stuff. He can do what got him all pro, pass the ball, play D, and all that stuff. Dennis Robbins can't shoot. Dennis Robbins couldn't shoot, but he got the job done.
That's true enough.
Yeah,
True enough.
he got the job
Robin
done.
was a power forward.
I was gonna say he's a power forward.
Robin
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
a point guard though.
Ben Simmons can play all positions.
How often did Robin? But
All right,
that's
Q,
his,
let's
like
give
Rodman
Q- let's
was a
give Q the floor
rebounder.
real quick.
You
Let's
can't.
give
It's
Q
two
the
different
floor.
players.
That's very true.
But
Let me ask
even
you this, how did
if
he become
Avery
all pro
Johnson
then?
can shoot, he can get in the gym and work on his jumper.
Avery
Q,
Johnson.
Q,
oh
what
my
you got, man? What
Man,
you
look,
got
I ain't
on
gonna hold
this,
you up.
Q?
I ain't got nothing to say about nothing except shout out to my dog Motorcade, dog. Shout out to my man Cade Cunningham from the Pistons. We ain't winning
Being a
nothing.
real homer right now.
We-
You being a real
Hey, I'm
homer.
just saying,
If I wanted to hear a homer,
Yeah.
I'd go to Sam.
How did
Sam,
this
go ahead, Sam. What you got to say about the
I
Grizzlies?
had to give us some love right quick,
Hey
dog.
man, listen. Hey, the Grizzlies they are the funnest team to watch. They also are more dangerous than anybody else right now.
Yes.
The reason I say that is because they don't care who they play. They don't care who shows up on the floor. It could be LeBron, it could be Russ, it could be they don't care. They think they can beat anybody.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
the way that Ja is playing, Ja doesn't care who's on the floor. He's saying he's the best right now. And when your
He is.
teammates believe that you're the best, and when they believe you're there and they follow you there, and they're young.
And they're
That's
young.
even more dangerous because the
He's
Lakers are
he's
old
an
as crap.
upgraded version of AI in
Golden
Philadelphia.
State, Golden State. Yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah.
Go ahead.
And if you look at the talent, everybody's older now, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, Golden State's getting older. You know what I
Sure.
mean?
Right.
I mean, all these guys are getting. I mean, with the exception of Giannis and those guys, like everybody's getting older.
Yeah,
And a
Phoenix
team
is
like
young,
Memphis
too.
is scared. Phoenix is young,
Phoenix
with the
very
exception of Chris
young.
Paul,
Yeah.
obviously. But their team their team outside of him is young. That's what makes them
Mhm.
dangerous. And if we look at it, Father Time is just catching up with everybody else, man. That's just what it is.
All right.
sure.
So I'm gonna put
And
all y'all on the spot right now.
Uh-oh.
I wanna hear it.
Uh-oh.
Who do you got from the East? Who do you got from the West? And then who do you got winning it all? Right now, today on Arnold Sports Street Talk, we're gonna start with Roger Suggs. Give me predictions.
me
Give
go
me the
first.
East. Give me the West, and then who's gonna reign in the end. And we're gonna bring this back after the championship.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Give me Milwaukee beating the Nets. And on that side, give me. I love underdog teams. Give me Memphis. I
Memphis
think
in the
the
West.
two
Memphis in the West. You got
two youngest Bulls
Milwaukee
go
in the
against each
East.
other.
All right, who you got coming out in the final?
I got. I'm gonna give it to. I think Giannis will win back to back.
Milwaukee going back to back. All right, Larry, what you got?
Ooh.
You know, I'm similar to that, but I'm thinking that when you get hungry and you get that close and you that old like Chris Paul, you might not get there again. I'm thinking Phoenix is going to beat Golden State when Draymond gets back or Memphis, whoever gets there. And Phoenix is going to come out of the West.
Okay.
And I think Doc got so close and took all that birds. He traded his son-in-law to the Nets, so he got to win.
Yeah.
So,
So you got Philly
I think it's
coming
gonna be
out. You got
Philly and
Philly
Phoenix.
coming out of the East. Okay. Who you
Yeah,
got
and then I
taking it
think
off?
and this is tough, but I'm think Phoenix. After last year, this is it.
All right. All right. We got a Milwaukee repeating. We got a Phoenix with their first one. Sam, what you got?
Oh man, I'm gonna pick. I don't say it's easy, but I believe Milwaukee's coming back out of the East.
Okay.
They just too strong, and ain't nobody stopping Chris Middleton at the end of the day. Ain't nobody talking about him, but that dude is on another planet. Like
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I ain't seen nothing like him. He like that old school dude, In the West, I'm gonna say Phoenix coming out of the West. I think Chris Paul is gonna do as much as he possibly can to galvanize those young guys, and get them back to where they were. And I think I'm gonna say I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Phoenix wins the championship this year. I think they split. I don't think Milwaukee repeats.
All right. Now, last and certainly not least, we have Quincy Q. Lewis. What you got, brother? East, West, and final.
I'm super surprised because I thought I was gonna be the only one that said Phoenix, and the only reason I say that is because I wanted Phoenix to win last year. So and I thought last year was probably gonna be they last hurrah. Like I thought it was gonna be their last shot, but they still look good this year. So I'm going back with Phoenix again because I wanted them to win last year. Milwaukee, I don't think they're going back. I'm honestly still holding out for this Brooklyn team. So I'm gonna say Brooklyn going back or not going back, but going from the East. If they go up against Phoenix, though, I want Chris Paul to get one. So I'm going for Chris Paul to win the whole thing.
They would not win that game.
You don't think
right.
so?
All right. Now
You don't
listen,
think so?
listen, guys.
You better not let Kevin Durant get in the finals.
We are writing this. We writing all this down, and we're gonna come back to you four.
Phoenix and
Talk
Brooklyn.
about after
And
the
Memphis.
championship.
You see who I picked? You see this dude who talking about we microwave ribs? You see who he picked? I want y'all to know that, Memphis.
Come out here.
Come on.
He didn't got delusional. Appreciate
I
y'all
love
being
Michael.
here.
Well, it's
with
better
us
than
here on-
McRibs. At least it ain't McRibs.
What?
We gotta have you back.
We got to have y'all back, man.
and real soon.
For sure.
You're listening to R&R on Sports on the Kudzukian Network, and we appreciate it. We'll be back right after this. Hey, man, that was
Man,
outstanding.
that was outstanding, brother.
That
That
was
was
great.
really, really